Good morning. Day 234. Cooking down the freezer, refrigerator, and working pantry meals. So today, boy, I woke up this morning and it was chilly. I had the window in the fan and it was only 57 degrees. So we're having a really cool couple weeks here. It's been in the mid to upper 70s. Very nice, great for working outside. But, of course, you all know my disaster. So now I can work outside this coming up week. I can do some outside work. But I'd still like to work a little bit in my dining room, keep plugging away at that. So, I've got my work cut out for me. And I haven't assessed all the garden damage. I have to actually get in there and see what I need to pull. But I'll take you out there with me in a little while. First I'm going to have my coffee. And, yep, here's my Dollar Tree sign. I figured I might as well put it there temporarily while I do my little morning coffee chat. Let's cook with love. Yes, always cook with love. Even if it's leftovers. You can love your leftovers. So, I think I've decided I'm going to keep my one recliner chair, at least for now. Later down the road I'll get another one, because I need one with legs, so that my Roomba can get underneath it, because you wouldn't believe all the hair that collects under those two recliners I have there. And that's one of the reasons why I want to get rid of at least one of them. Because it's really hard to get under there. And they're kind of heavy. I have to tip them over in order to get clean under there. And I'm trying to avoid that. I'm trying to avoid moving heavy furniture, because it's getting more difficult for me, so I want to nip that in the bud before I can't do it anymore. So I'm not sure what I'm having for breakfast today. I have several choices. I still have avocado mash. I have eggs now. I have plenty of cheese. I have rolls. I have bread in the freezer. So still plenty of food to eat, even though I'm doing very, very low shops. And I want to continue that, because I don't want to overconsume anymore. It's just too much stuff. It's all too much. As, what's his name, that organizer? Peter something or other. Oh well, can't remember. But anyway, so I'll be back in a little bit, and we'll see what's for breakfast on day 234. Okay, good morning. It's morning time, but I'm going to do things a little different today. I'm going to see what's for dinner. Day 224. Is that right? No, 234. That's right, 234. Because I'm using my slow cooker. So let's see here. All right, in here, I know I have a little bit of not beef that I took out of my other meal the other day. When I had the chicken with it. Not chicken. So I want to see what else I have going here. Alright, this is all lettuce. I still have carrots, so I'm going to put, of course, carrots in there. I want to make like a stew. I have all the fixings for it. This is celery that I need to start using. And I want to make a couple things cooking ahead. Let's see. Those are cucumbers. I have peppers. I want to cut one of those up, at least half of a pepper. All right, and then I bought coleslaw the other day, the same time I bought the lettuce and the cucumbers. So, all right, I think that's it out of the fridge. Oh no, I have one more thing. These are the mushrooms I dried that I had in my veggie box. So I'm going to throw some of those in because slow cooker stew is perfect for that. Let's see, breakfast-wise, I still have 4 avocado things. I have still yogurt. I have boiled eggs and cheese and rolls. So I have plenty for breakfast and dinner, but I want to make some dinner in the slow cooker. So let's see. I think I still have some beef, not beef, in the freezer here. So let me look and see where it is. I think this is it. Yes, Morningstar steak strips. There we go. I'm going to finish those up, and then that'll be another thing gone out of my freezer, and this stew will be enough at least for 2 meals. So, and if it's too much, then I'll freeze a portion. Okay, I think that's it. All right, I will meet you at the stove. Hello. Okay, I'm drinking my coffee, and we'll chat a little bit while I prepare my slow cooker stew. This coffee is tasting exceptionally good today. Okay, so in my slow cooker, I put 1 cube of this brown gravy. I want to use this up, and 1 cube of the mushroom gravy. And this makes gravy cubes. It's not like a bouillon cube. I mean, it is like a bouillon cube, but it's got a thickener in it. But I want to use these up. I mean, they're good, but I think it's just as easy to take a bouillon cube, thicken it with some cornstarch, and you can make as much as you want. This doesn't make a whole lot of gravy. So I want to use these up. And I don't know how to pronounce these. It's Boyu, I guess. And I got these online. I don't even remember where. But anyway, I do want to use those up. So I'm going to cook all this stuff that I'm going to put in here in there. So I have about 2 cups of water in my slow cooker and those cubes. And I've got it on high. I want to melt the cubes a little bit. Alright, so over here I have a tomato that's not very tasty. My mom gave me 2, and they're kind of hard and not ripe. It's like they were picked way too soon. And I have a little cherry tomato from my garden that's getting really soft. I have about 1½ onions here that I had bought regular yellow onions, and they're to the point where I need to start using them up. So, and then I have like 3 small potatoes here cubed up. So I'm going to put that in. Okay, so here are all my ingredients. I chopped up the tomato into small cubes. I don't want big chunks of tomato. Here I have the not beef strips, and I rinsed them a little bit because they had a little bit of ice on them, not too much. But I'm going to stick those in the slow cooker, which is already turned on, and get those going. And then here are my mushrooms, and I'm going to stick a handful in there and get those going while I chop up my veggies. So if you have mushrooms that are starting to go bad, dehydrate them. You can make mushroom powder out of them. You can make all kinds of things. And if you don't have a dehydrator, that's okay. Use your oven on the lowest setting. Put everything, you know, cut them up and put them on a cookie sheet and stick them in your oven for, well, for however long it takes to dry them. And then you can use these for soups and stews. And now I keep mine in the fridge. You don't have to, but I do because I don't want to, I want to make sure that I don't get mold. So another thing you can do is you can affix an oxygen absorber to your lid and then use it that way too. So that'll keep it fresh for longer. So anyway, I want to use those up. And let's see, I've got the pepper. I'm going to put the tomato in already as well. And I always try not to make too much, but you know, when you're chopping up this many veggies, you always end up with too much. So, okay, I have some carrots here. Let's see, first things first. I'm going to do the pepper. All right. So I'm going to chop up this pepper, and you don't need to watch me chop up the pepper. I'm sure that's not very exciting. But I'll be back when I get everything cut up. And what I'm going to do, I don't want to put a whole pepper in there, because peppers to me taste strong, but I'll put half in, then the other half I'm going to just chop up with some celery in small pieces so that I can use that in a salad. So I'll be back after I get this chopped up. Okay, I checked over my celery, and there were some parts that were already starting to get a little, you know how it goes yellow before it goes bad. So that's all going in the composter over there. I just fed my worms not that long ago, so that would be too much food for them. So it'll go in the composter. And what I want to do, my son is going to someday get my worms, because he's into gardening. And my big composter outside, it's really big. So I want to see if my daughter wants that. And I want to get into the bokashi gardening, composting, which I already have one that I bought a couple years ago and have never used. See, this is what I do. I get these great ideas and then I don't use them. So I have to start using, well, I want to start using that. So if you're not familiar with bokashi, it's an indoor system that you use inoculated grains, and you layer it, and then you can keep it in your kitchen or wherever you want, and then it makes compost. So anyway, I have everything chopped up here except the celery. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I just wanted to tell you about the composting. Okay, well, I have all my veggies chopped up. The other day when I forgot what I made, but I made something, and I had this combination, this vegan chickenless seasoning. This is from Trader Joe's, it's their brand, and then this McCormick salt-free garlic and herb, and it was such a nice combination. Even though I already have those bouillon or those gravy cubes in there, I'm going to add some of this too, because I don't think that's going to be enough to season it. So, and then I chopped up some things for salad. So I'm going to put all this in the slow cooker now and let it cook on high for a while, and then I'm going to turn it down till everything gets heated through, and then I'm going to turn it to low and cook it until dinner time. And it's about 10 a.m. now. So I'm going to get all that ready, and then I'll be back with breakfast, day 234. Okay, I'm back with breakfast. Alright, so here for breakfast this morning, I still have some of this Violife cream cheese cheddar. Really good. Pricey, but really good. And I have an egg. And I have some cherries, and I have about this much left in the fridge. So I want to eat those up before they go bad. So that's all I'm having for breakfast today, and just a different version of what I had yesterday, except a little bit different cheese, because I do want to use this up. And I mean, I do like this with tofurkey roast beef, but I'm out of that, and I'm not going to go buy any now. I want to use up more things of what I have. I'm really going to buckle down even more and get it done. So today, my daughter and I are going to my mom's because my mom broke down her garden because, you know, she's 93, so gardening is kind of off the table. She does have a few pots. I bought her some grow bags and things, but even that's getting to be a little bit much for her. So she had a very nice garden for years. Not huge, I mean, she doesn't have a farm, but she really grew a lot of great things in that garden. So for the last couple years she's been breaking it down, and she has some stones, flat stones, like paving stones, that she wants to get rid of, and I can use to put my little greenhouses on in my backyard. So, but I have no way of getting those, and my daughter has an SUV, so she said she would go with me and pick that up. And my mom also has, she always had a fence around her garden because she gets a lot of wildlife there. So she had some metal poles that I want to get too, because I'm going to need those for my new fencing project in my yard. So I love when a family can recycle with each other. You know, it's like, well, I can't use this anymore. Can you use this? And that's awesome. So that's what we're doing this afternoon. You know, it seems like you're kind of, life stagnates for a while and you don't get anything done, and it's, you know, and then all of a sudden everything happens at once. That's happened so often in my life. And I don't know if any of you believe in, you know, astrology or anything like that, but I do think the planetary lineups in the universe, let's say the universe, okay, does have certain connections, for lack of a better term, and then things kind of just, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's got to do with quantum mechanics. I don't know. I love watching videos about that. So, okay, this is just my simple breakfast today. And I'm going to eat that and drink my coffee. And it's starting to smell pretty good in here because I'm cooking my stew in the slow cooker. So I'll be happy to have a meal later on when I get home. I have a fella coming. I have a short in an electrical switch for my lights up in my bathroom, and it's kind of scary for me, so I don't want to set the house on fire. So he's coming sometime today too. But see, that's what I mean. It's one thing after another after another. And I always try not to overschedule myself because that kind of makes me crazy. But sometimes you just have to. You know, you have to do it when it's convenient for other people because they're very busy too. So, okay. Well, that was kind of like, oh my God, a bicycle went by, a bicycle went by. Come on, guys, let's go bark at this guy. Oh, God. I have the door open, and since I live on a cul-de-sac street, so many people that walk and ride bikes and stuff, they circle back and come around my street, plus that the mailboxes are all there. All right, I give up. I'm going to eat my breakfast, drink my coffee, and take a breath and get back to my slow living. We're doing slow living, dogs. Slow, quiet living. They don't get it. All right, I'll be back. Take a look at my garden. All right. Oh, I've got, look at all those hornets. I've got a nest in there. I have to stop today and get some spray. But I have to wait until it's dark anyway to spray it. So okay, let's take a little look at the garden here real quick. So this is the one that got knocked over. My Rose of Sharon is just all bent down, but it's got a lot of blossoms on it, so I hate to cut it short, but I will after it blooms. So let's take a look. So here it is. It doesn't look too bad. Kind of perked up. A couple plants over here got damaged. Totally missed my peppers, which is good. And over there, I don't know if you can see, but that fence is all smashed. All this fencing. So that's the worst of the damage. My tomatoes look okay. So really not as much damage, so I'm glad about that. So over here, Bandit. Okay, got a little sidetrack there. So I have to take down all this fencing so the guys can do the tree. He said they could do it without me having to move my garden. That would have been terrible. But over here, this is the little area. I'll be right back. This is the little area where I want the stones. So I already have one greenhouse here. I want to move the greenhouse I have on my deck over here. And this is where I'm going to put the stones, right here. I already have some poles. So all this needs to be redone. So I need to keep my dogs safe, and I also need to make it look nice because the association Gestapo will come and write me a nastygram. So I got 2 more pallets there. I'm going to use those maybe as a little privacy over here. I'm not sure yet. I have to figure out on paper exactly how I want to do this. Alright, so there is my garden, and I'm happy that it didn't cause more damage. Just got back from my mom's where I picked up all the pavers. My daughter was a big help. She did most of the lifting, so I helped her instead of her helping me. But she needed to go grocery shopping, so she got some things at Flash Food, and then she was looking for Idaho potatoes, and two of the stores that we went to, they had potatoes, but no Idaho potatoes. So we went to GFS and they had some there. So I don't know, what are we getting into, the potato famine or something? Anyway, the only thing that I picked up there, I picked up these mini garlic naans, and I haven't seen the stores I shop, they have the bigger garlic naan, but they don't have these small ones. So I thought this is a wonderful size for little pizzas or something. So these were $3.99, which I didn't think was too bad. That's all I bought at GFS. And then when she picked up her flash food, I needed tomatoes because I used the last tomato in my stew. So I bought only two tomatoes because my tomatoes aren't ripe yet, and I have that avocado mash and I like to eat it with tomatoes. So I picked up 2 tomatoes, and then they actually had this on sale. It was $3.49. So I bought another pack of that. And then they had marked down bread. So, and their bread is not cheap there. So normally their bread, this is $3.79, and I got it for $1.90. It was on the reduced thing, and it's olive oil bread. That sounded really good. In fact, I'm going to have a slice of this with my dinner tonight. And then they also had this, which looked really good. And this one is, what is this? This is an authentic Italian bread. So I picked that up because I do like Italian bread. Regular price is $2.99, way more than Walmart. But I got it for $1.50. So I thought those were really good buys, and I didn't break the bank, and I didn't stock up. So that's my little tiny haul. And over here, I just tasted my stew, and it's looking and tasting really good. So there is my dinner all ready, and it's almost 5 o'clock. So I'll be eating this shortly. I did add some peas to it. So I'm very happy that I cooked ahead, because hauling those heavy pavers was not fun for me. All right, I will be back in a little while, and I'm going to eat my dinner and have a little brief chat, and then I'm going to call it a day because it's time to put my feet up. All right, I'll be back. All right, well, here is my dinner. The olive oil bread that I bought, and using up some things from my refrigerator and my freezer. I used up some of the dried mushrooms, and I used up all the not beef strips. So, and I have enough left for at least 2 more meals. So, a few more things gone from my refrigerator and freezer. So, I'm going to go sit down now because I'm tired. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. Well, it's the end of another evening and the end of another day, and I just wanted to come back and wrap things up. So my stew was very good and very easy, and I need to start using my crock pot more often. I don't cook that much in it in the summer, but you can't always eat sandwiches either, right? So I was very happy to have that meal when I came home. So I need to start putting those pavers down now in the area where I want to do my greenhouse, but I think I might hold off. I'm not sure, because this is going to be a nice week to do it because it's cool. But they're going to come and take that tree down, I don't know, I would say within 10 days. So I'm sure that'll make a mess. And I hate to keep doing things and then having to redo them because something goes awry. So I had planned on doing that for quite a while, but since my mom broke down her garden, the pavers became available, and I thought that would be perfect for that project, and it won't cost me anything, which is even better. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.